Guys, it's really a pleasure. Particularly, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. How are you doing?
Oh, Andrew, I'm doing so far excellent, especially I'm in Toronto, Ontario, and with my two young agents, Megan boys, and they're gonna do the documentary about Iron Sheik movie, and my Twitter. I'm very happy to be in Toronto this week because that's the biggest week in my life because everybody gonna come see the Iron Sheik documentary, and especially maybe that Jabroni Rob Ford wants to come too, no problem. So I'm happy to be here today.
Well, before I get into anything else, on the topic of Rob Ford, I understand you're meeting with him probably today or soon?
Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, my agent wants to take me over to meet him and talk to him. If you have time, maybe you can come see the Iron Sheik documentary. But it's up to him. Maybe he eat too much hamburger or whatever junk food or get high. He cannot make it. But otherwise he can come. Welcome, no problem.
Well, how did this all start? I mean, I want to find out first, like for you, did it take much convincing when they said they want to film you that you want to do it? Did you just say yes automatically, or what happened?
I mean, I'm sorry, say it again, Andrew.
When they came to you and said they want to film you,
right?
Did it take much convincing?
Oh, you know, that's I prefer with that answer. You answered that question suddenly, please. But I was very surprised and I was very happy because this is long time. I come to Toronto. Megan was so young, and the twin brother and the father. I know him from all country Iran. And was to me not surprising because we are like family, and they know what they're doing about Iron Sheik documentary. I'm respecting. I'm trusting. I'm happy because they did an excellent job. Going to be #1 documentary in the world, and I'm proud of them.
Nice. So, how did you guys, I mean, I know you guys knew him for a while, but how did you get the idea to start this, and how long did it take to get it together?
So, in mid-2000s, there was like a massive epidemic of wrestlers passing away, all from the Sheik's generation. One after another, guys in their mid-40s and 50s just falling off like flies. My brother and I, who grew up idolizing him, thought, you know what, let's do something to honor him. Let's make some sort of time capsule to, just maintain his legacy for our children and just for future generations who just don't realize the impact he had. We were worried. He was going through a really rough patch, and when we went there with our cameras, two young guys, just naive about things a bit, we were exposed to the Sheik at probably the worst time of his life, at an all-time low. His substance abuse issues were like completely over the charts, and we really couldn't give the people the documentary that we had envisioned making at the time. So we tried again. And we tried again, and we kept on trying, and now 8 years later, we've learned, so much about the man, and have seen him gone from literally his lowest point to now him ultimately being the good guy.
Right.
It was an amazing ride. We got a full bachelor's in learning how to make a movie, and we got to do what I think anyone would love to do, and that's hang out with their childhood hero and roll with them and hang with them and make a movie about it.
Well, for you, was there anything that you were scared that they were revealing? Like, I mean, there's a lot of detail revealed about your life here. It's some dark stuff. Was any of that frightening to reveal?
I'm sorry, Andre, what is that?
Was there anything you didn't want them to share that they ended up putting in the film? I mean, there's a lot of facts.
Yeah, some of them was, I didn't care about it, and which is they cut it off and they changed it, and then now I'm happy, my family happy, and they did an excellent job, and people gonna like it because that's a true story about the legend Iron Sheik world champion to come to the America and Canada, and I did my best.
Nice. Well, where does the character begin and the real person start? I mean, either of you, I'm curious if either of you had a thought on that.
I know this man with the headdress on and without. He's a member of our family practically. We grew up with him, and you know, after years of being in the limelight with the cameras on, this guy turns it on. But when he's at home and he sits in his jabroni rocking chair and he's watching TV, he's Khosrow Vaziri. He's a grandfather, he's a father, he's a husband. You know, he cooks, he cleans, he's one of the most neatest guys. He works out still, like, you know, but when the call comes in and he's got to make an appearance and he's got to go somewhere, the man knows how to turn it on like nobody in this business.
Absolutely right. And I mean, my young agents said it perfect, because they know the Iron Sheik better than Iron Sheik himself. When he's down, when he's happy, when he's not. And they're great. They can read me like book, so I cannot keep with them. Because they're too smart. And I'm really happy to do doing that documentary about Iron Sheik, because they really care about me and they're doing it from heart. Right. And convince the people, convince the world, and everybody happy so far. And I'm really happy myself to come to Toronto for that Saturday to see that documentary.
Well, you seem like you're doing really well. I mean, you seem like you're in good spirits.
Oh, I feel great, and I'm happy to be here with them. I get my energy back, and I'm many years wrestling a lot of damage on the body. But since I come to Toronto to see the family, I completely changed. I get my second band, and I can't wait to see Saturday with all of my friends. They're going to come to the Toronto to see the Iron Sheik documentary. I'm really excited about that.
Well, I have to ask you, you're carrying a few things. Obviously, we know the belt really well, but what are you carrying in your hand? You've got the two medals you're wearing, and then you've got a pin. What are they about?
You want to read what is this?
Sure.
Please read
Let's
both
see.
And tell me what it said.
You're a great man.
I know. Thank you, brother.
It's Athletic Union of the United States, and it's Greco-Roman Wrestling.
Excellent. What year?
1971.
Right. What weight?
183.5.
Excellent. Excellent.
Wow.
1971. And read another size, please.
Yeah, so it's
country?
You got it.
the Athletic Union of the United States.
Exactly. Let me ask you one question. You want to tell me, Mr. Hulk Hogan, is he have that gold medal? Say no.
No, I don't think he does.
Exactly. God bless all to our world. You want to tell me he had that medal? No.
No.
And that jabroni bitch, Miley Cyrus, is she have that gold medal? No.
Well, here you go. I'll give that back to you. So what about the pin? Uniting the world.
The pin is the Olympic 1960 in Atlanta, Georgia.
What?
Because most of my life I live in Atlanta, Georgia, Olympic City, and Fayetteville, and this is from Olympic game 1969 Olympic game, Atlanta, Georgia. That
96.
Exactly.
One question is, will you say anything? Because, I mean, you know, you go off on a lot of people. I mean, your Twitter account, you say anything.
Well, I talk from heart in my Twitter, and I want all my wrestling fans or my movie fans or all the movie stars to know. Whatever Iron Sheik said it from my heart, and I feel it, I see it, and I said it. And some like it, some doesn't like it. And then I leave it to them.
Nice. Well, in terms of the movie, I mean, it's at Hot Docs. How else can we see it?
So the Sheik has been a champion all his life, Olympic champion, professional wrestling champion. He just has been crowned the Twitter champion. And now, with this documentary, he's hoping to take over the movie world. The Sheik's going about the distribution of his film in a bit of an unconventional way. He is trying to distribute the fans his film digitally online through his website, sheikmovie.com. So if this man has ever entertained you growing up, in any way or shape or form, after all these years, it's only $10 to digitally download his film online. Support the legend, and in return, you're gonna keep the man going for more years to come.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys very much. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, Andrew. I just want to say again, happy for me to have you today. Toronto, Ontario, and people know since Maple Leaf Garden to right now. I love all my friends. I love all my Twitter friends, and I'm gonna love all my movie friends. God bless you guys, and have a good day.
Sheikmovie.com.
We're glad to have you here.
Sheikmovie.com.